engagement point on the clutch. And then I'm going to release the brake, give it throttle, and then the clutch comes off the rest of the way. And I'm literally rolling in first gear. Okay? So guys, this will just take practice. Okay? This will take practice. Now, if I want to stop, okay? If I want to stop in first gear, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my foot on the brake to slow down as much as possible, and then I'm going to push in the clutch at the same time, and this will give me a complete stop. Okay, so let me just pull up here. Now, if I'm going to stop in gear, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you guys that if you're going to stop in gear, you're never going to stop using the clutch or using the brake pedal only. So let's say you're in second gear or third gear or first gear and you guys want to come to a complete stop. Never use the brake. Always use the brake to slow down and then push in the clutch at the same time. Okay? So I'm going to slow down. I want to come to a stop, so I'm going to slow down using the brake. Once I slow down enough, I'm going to push in that clutch and I'm going to stop. Okay? If you guys were to stop in gear, okay? If you guys were to stop in gear, you guys will stall. The car will stall. Okay? So always make sure you guys don't stop in gear. Okay? Because if you guys stop in gear, you guys will stall. Now, if you guys decide that you want to stop the car using just the brake pad, my suggestion is take it out of gear. Take it out of gear first, put it in neutral, then take your foot off the clutch, then step on the brake, and you will come to a complete stop. But for the time being, use the clutch and the brake to stop. Okay, just for the time being. All right, so that is how pretty much to get the car rolling, and I'm going to show you guys an outside view of this. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the outside view of this. So I'm going to do the same thing now. I'm going to get the car rolling in first gear. I'm going to do the same thing, but except I'm going to show you guys the outside view. Okay, so I'm going to clutch in. I'm going to put it in, put the parking brake down. My foot's going to be on the brake. It's going to be first gear. I'm going to release the clutch to the engagement point. Once I feel it, I'm going to let off the brake. Hold the clutch steady, give it throttle, release the clutch all the way, and as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we are rolling. Okay, we are just rolling in first gear. Alright, now if I want to stop, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stop using the brake, or slow down using the brake, and then push in the clutch at the same time, and I have now come to a complete stop. Okay? And I will just take it off gear. Okay? So that is, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get rolling in first gear. Holy shit, man, it's fucking hot. I'm literally burning here. Okay, so that is how you would get started in first gear. Now, this is something you guys gotta really practice. Okay, practice makes perfect. All right, keep practicing this. Don't even get started on shifting. Just keep practicing this. Okay. Now, on the main road, when you guys are on the road, you guys want to act a little bit quicker. Okay? So my suggestion is you want to hold that engagement point steady. You want to hold the engagement point steady, and you know that, so that when the light turns green, all you have to do is let it out the rest of the way slowly and just give it throttle. Okay? So basically, let's pretend I'm waiting at a red light. Okay? What's going to happen is my foot is down on the clutch, and as I'm waiting for the light to turn green, I'm going to release the clutch to the engagement point, and I'm going to hold it. And my right foot again is going to be down on the brake. Okay? And then once it's green light, all I'm going to do is release the brake, give it throttle, and release the clutch the rest of the way slowly, completely, and I will be rolling. Okay? Like I said, on the main road, on the main road, that's how you're going to act. That's how you're going to act a little bit quicker. Okay? Because like I said, people nowadays, they don't have patience. As soon as the light turns green, they expect you to go, 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 go. You take 1 second of their time, they're going to start getting impatient. They will start honking at you. Okay? So I'm just going to wait for this car to back up and leave, and then I'm going to show you guys how to hold that clutch at the engagement point on the main road. Okay, we're going to play out that same scenario again, where we're waiting for a red light. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys my foot movement. What is it doing? Okay. And then after that, I'm going to show you, then after the next step would be, I'm going to show you guys what you should do when you stall. But let's do this first. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys here. Okay, I hope you guys can see it. Alright, so now I'm going to go clutch in. Okay, my foot's on the brake. My foot's on the brake, and down on the clutch, I'm going to go in first gear. Now let's pretend it's red light. Okay? So let's pretend I'm waiting for the light to turn green. All I'm going to do is I'm going to release the clutch, and I'm going to hold it there. Okay, and when the light turns green, all I have to do is just let off the brake, give it throttle, release the clutch the rest of the way nice and slow, and we're rolling. Okay? Now let's take the same scenario. And let's say that let's say I'm waiting for the light to turn green, and the car in front of me is edging up. Okay? And I also want to edge up. So how do I do that? Same scenario. Okay? Foot on the brake, clutch in, first gear. Okay? Release your foot off the clutch to the engagement point. And let's pretend the guy in front of me edges up. So I'm just going to edge up, just feather the brake. And I'm going to edge up. Okay? Let's say that guy edges up again. I'm going to edge up. Just feather the brake. So all I'm doing, guys, is just feathering the brake and while holding the clutch at that engagement point. Okay? That's all I'm doing, and I'm literally edging up. Fuck, there's so much bugs in here, man. Bugs are trying to get in here. Shit. So I'm going to show you guys the outside of it, of how it will look like. Okay? I'm going to do the same thing. Alright, so let's pretend I'm waiting for the light to turn green. Okay? So let's pretend I'm waiting for the light to turn green, and I'm just going to hold it up to the engagement point. And if the guy in front of me edges up, I'm also going to edge up. Okay? All I'm doing, guys, is I'm just holding out my clutch to the engagement point and just releasing the brake. Okay? I'm just feathering the brake. Okay? Now let's say the light turns green. Okay? Just off the brake. Give it throttle, off the clutch rest of the way. And we are rolling. Okay? So that is something you guys want to do, you guys want to be familiar with when you're on the road. Okay, that is something when you're on the road, you get this is the technique you guys will use to act quicker. Okay, and like I said, if you guys want to edge, if the car in front of you wants to edge up and you also want to edge forward as well, okay, all you do is hold your clutch out to the engagement point. All you do is hold your clutch out to the engagement point. You hold it there, hold it there, hold it there, and just feather off the brake. Okay. All right, now the fun part. All right, so now I showed you guys how to act quicker on the road. I showed you guys how to get the car rolling in first gear. I showed you guys how to, oh crap, my seatbelt's not on. I showed you guys how to I showed you guys how to start the car. Now for the fun part, okay? Once you guys master all that, now it's time to learn how to shift, okay? So, okay, so now when do we shift, guys? Okay, in this video I'm just going to be showing you how to shift from first gear to second gear. Okay, because like I said, you can't go too fast in here. But in this video I'm going to show you guys how to shift properly. I apologize in advance because I'm filming this with one hand, so when I shift, I'm going to have to put the camera down and because I only have two hands, so I have to safety first. So I apologize in advance for just filming this with one hand, but I'm trying my best here. So I'm going to explain to you guys how to shift first. So when you guys shift, the shifting process, okay, is very simple. The shifting process is gas off, clutch in, shift the gear, off the clutch, back on the gas. Okay, so for those of you who didn't get that, I'm going to repeat it again. When you guys shift, the shifting process is off the clutch, off the gas, clutch in, shift the gear, off the clutch, back on the gas. Once again, off the gas, clutch in, shift the gear, off the clutch, back on the gas. Okay, that is the process for shifting. All right, how do you guys know when to shift? Okay, my recommendation, shift between 2 to 3,000 RPM. So that would be 2 to 3,000 RPM. You guys can even shift at 2,500 RPM. That's okay. Okay, but like I said, if you shifting between that level gives you better gas mileage, and if you guys are casually driving, between 2 to 3,000 RPM. Okay, don't ever go to red line and and shift, unless you want to be that guy and jump to red line, unless you want to really push your car to the limit. I wouldn't recommend that at all. Okay, so next thing I want to mention is, so that's the shifting process. Now next thing I want to mention is, anytime you guys are shifting, okay, anytime you guys are shifting, you guys are going to be always pushing down the clutch. You're never going to push down, or you guys will never shift without pushing down the clutch, because if you guys don't push down the clutch and you guys just shift it like that, you guys will grind the gear and potentially it's not good. Okay, so always push down the clutch when you're shifting gear. Okay, and if you guys are not shifting gear, you're not going to be nowhere near the clutch. Okay, you're not going to drive and then have your foot on the clutch like this. Okay, because that's called riding the clutch, and potentially it can wear your clutch out faster. So don't even try that. Okay, so anytime you guys are not shifting, your foot is nowhere near the clutch. Anytime you guys want to shift, doesn't matter whether you're upshifting or downshifting, you guys have to push in that clutch and shift. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how to shift, but in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to put the camera down. Okay, I don't know, you guys gonna, yeah, I'm gonna have to put the camera down. All right, so now same thing, guys. All right, clutch in, foot on the brake, parking brake down, first gear, get the car rolling in first gear. So foot on the brake, clutch all the way down, first gear, get to that engagement point, release the clutch, give it throttle, release the clutch the rest of the way. Okay, remember, hold your engagement point when you're doing it. Okay, and now we're rolling on first gear. So when I want to shift, okay, I'm going to go pick up speed, go to 2000 RPM, gas off, clutch in, shift, off the clutch, back on the gas, and I'm rolling in second gear. Okay? Now if I want to stop, slow down using the brake, clutch in, okay, put it back to first gear. All right, that's the shifting process. All right, so now that's pretty much what shifting is. Okay, so once again, when you guys shift, okay, guys are gonna go up to 2000 RPM. Okay, then what you guys are gonna do, I don't know if you guys can see that, but you guys are going to gas off, clutch in, shift the gear, off the clutch, back on the gas. Okay, once again, off the gas, clutch in, shift the gear, off the clutch, back on the gas. Okay, so that is literally shifting. Now let's talk reverse. How do you reverse? Okay, now reverse is different. Okay, reverse, you will never get to reverse if you don't hold down the safety feature. Okay, a lot of cars, they have a safety feature for reverse. Sometimes reverse, you have to push the clutch, push the handle down, you gotta, really pull up. Okay, in this one, you gotta hold this up to go to reverse. So if you hold this up and go all the way right and down, that is reverse. Okay, now my reverse is on the far right here. Some people, their cars will have reverse here, here, here. Okay, I know the BRZ, the reverse is like up here. Okay, but my reverse is like all the way down here. Okay, so to get into reverse, all you have to do, do the same thing like I showed you guys how to start in first gear. Okay, so clutch in, foot on the brake, pull the parking brake down, hold this up, go all the way left, down, and now you're on reverse. So to get to reverse, you don't want to let off the clutch all the way, because if you let off the clutch all the way, you're going to zoom back. Either that or you're going to stall. Okay, so my suggestion is release the clutch to the engagement point where it starts to grab. Keep your foot on the brake. Okay, once you feel it grabbing, feather the brake, and just like that, you'll be going in reverse. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys once again from this distance. Okay, so you're going to really do the same thing. You're going to be in reverse, you're going to hold the clutch to the engagement point, foot on the brake as well, by the way, and then you're just going to feather the brake, and you guys are going to go back. Okay, let's just put it here. Okay, I'm going to show you guys once again with my feet, what my feet are doing. Okay, so now I'm on reverse. Okay, my foot is on the brake. On my left foot is down on the clutch. All you do is I'm going to just let off my clutch to the engaging point with my foot still on the brake. And then I'm just going to let off the clutch, let off the brake, feather it, and I'm going backwards. Okay? And if I want to stop, I just push down the brake. And if I want to stop completely, I just hold down the clutch as well, and along with the brake. Okay? So that's basically reverse. Alright? Now I want to show you guys what you should do when you stall. So when you guys stall, like I said, it's part of the learning process. So when you guys stall, all you have to do is just push in the clutch and start the car and try again. Okay? When you guys stall, it means you're either not giving it enough gas, or you're not giving it enough, or you're releasing the clutch too fast. So when you guys stall, just push in the clutch, start up the car again, and try again. Okay? For the intents purposes of this video, I am not going to stall my car. Okay? But I'm just going to explain to you guys what you should do when you stall your car. When you stall your car, start it up again. Push in the clutch, start it up again, and try again. Okay? Last but not least, I'm going to show you guys how to park. Okay? So if I want to park on the side of the road like this, I'm going to put it in neutral, put the parking brake up, okay, and shut off my vehicle. And that is when you park. Okay? And then when I'm done, before I exit the car, I'm just going to put it in first gear. Okay? The reason why we do that, okay, is because if this parking brake were to fail, first gear is going to stop it. Okay? Doesn't matter whether you're parking on a flat surface or on a hill. If you're parking or if you're parking a manual transmission, okay, always pull the parking brake up and put it in first gear. Okay? So always do that, so that in case this parking brake were to fail, you will have this gear to stop it. Okay? You could, however, put it in neutral with the parking brake on. That's fine, but like I said, if this parking brake were to fail, and if you were in neutral, and if it's a little hilly, what do you think is going to happen? The car will roll back. Okay? But if you put it in gear with the parking brake on, that's no problem. If this parking brake were to fail, first gear is going to stop it. So make that a habit. Alright guys? Alright guys, so that's parking. And that's just a little bit of learning how to drive stick. I just wanted to come out here and give my opinion on it. It is friggin' hot outside, dude. Like, honestly, like, I don't know how I'm pulling it off, but I just want to come out here and show you guys how to drive stick. Just give my opinion on it. Like I said, there's tons of videos out there who will probably have made way more views than mine, but you know, I just want to make sure that you guys, you know, have everything and, you know, got everything down, and make sure hopefully I didn't miss anything. Also, you know, when you practice first, guys. Okay, so anytime you guys are when you guys are starting to learn how to drive stick, you know, practice the stop and go part. You know, get the car rolling in first gear, stop, do it again. Okay, get the car rolling in first gear, stop, do it again. All right, just keep practicing that. Once you guys get more comfortable, then you guys can start learning, then practice how to shift. Okay, my recommendation, and you'll hear everybody say this, when you guys learn how to drive stick shift, learn in an empty parking lot. Learn in an empty parking lot, learn in a residential area where there's limited to no traffic. Okay, don't go on the main road right away, because you will stall like crazy. Alright, practice in the residential area first. Once you guys get the hang of it, really good, you know, then slowly go on into the main road. Okay, but when you guys go on the main road for the first time, do it in like little to no traffic. Okay, and then once you guys get the hang of it really good on the main road in limited traffic, then slowly start driving on the main road where there's a little bit more traffic. Okay, so anyways, what I'm trying to say is, guys, work your way up. Okay, don't just jump from one. Don't just take like a big major step. All right. So just slowly work your way up. Take your time. It's all about the practice. It's all about the patience. Okay. Just keep practice the techniques I showed you, or you know, and eventually you guys will get it. You guys will learn right how to do it. It's going to come natural to you. Like I said, you just need patience. You just need practice. Okay. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I did not miss anything, and I hope that this video did help at least one person out there, if not many. You know, I'm going to be I'm going to sign off here, and then I'm going to take off. And with that being said, spread the love, guys. Don't hate, spread the love, and I'll see you guys next time. This is me signing off. See ya.